the first time I was probably like 19 and I was realizing I was having anxiety mainly because I think the drinking picked up a lot then. And the first panic attack I ever had, I remember, was in Townhall. We were there like hungover, and I mean, nothing was out of the ordinary. We were just getting breakfast, and it just felt like the whole place started like collapsing in on me, and I just had to leave. I was like, fuck, I can't sit here. Like, this is crazy. And it was kind of just like, I don't really know how to explain it, but I just left, had to go sit outside. And I just waited outside until everyone was done. I was like, I don't even care. Like, I can't go back in there. And then it kind of actually lasted like all day. I just didn't want to be touched or anything. I just went home and just laid there like by myself. And I was just like, it was odd, but that was the first time I had fully kind of experienced it. And then I think looking back, it's just something that like, dude, fuck. I mean, yeah, like, I guess so. Yeah, the first time realizing would have been when I was drinking when I was 19. But then, like, when I started to realize what was going on and looking back through my life, it really was like happening all the time from a young age. Like, looking back, as far as I can remember, I had those feelings. It didn't matter. It didn't really matter what I was doing. And it would have started with family and the scenarios that we had with, our parents split up when we were 2, or I was 2.
No, I was 2.
No, I was 2.
Dude, I wouldn't have been born. I was 2. You were 4 or 5.
Okay. Yeah. You're
really switching roles here.
And it just kind of made a different like vibe in the family. It was 3, we ended up living with our dad. So it's just 3 dudes in this house, and it brought a lot of like fighting, testosterone, and like, it just wasn't.
Yeah. There's no feminine energy in the house.
It wasn't a super comforting place all the time. And then going to see my mom was always such a hard thing for me. And I honestly don't know why to this day. And that's something I sort of want to dig into because I never really understood it. I remember you would tell me, you're like, it's your mom, you have to go see her and all this shit. And like, I knew that, but for some reason it was just so hard to do it. And every time I would go, it would kind of be fine for the day. And then when it came to going to sleep, I would just have an attack, and like, I couldn't sleep. I'd have a little panic attack, freak out. It got to the point where I would call my dad and he wouldn't pick me up. He's like, no, I told you if you go, you have to sleep over. And I'm like, fuck this. Like, I'm going to die. So I would call my grandma or grandpa and they would pick me up. And this happened like as long as I can remember through our childhood. And like, those were brutal feelings of anxiety and panic, which at the time I just had no idea what it was. And it just kept building from there. And the kind of family scenario, I think, not making me feel super safe, just escalated as I went through the school system. Like, I remember the first day I went to kindergarten, or it might have been grade 1, I don't know, but Dwayne dropped me off, and I remember every kid's in the class and they're just like having a nice day, like excited to hang out with all the other kids. And I am outside fucking screaming. And Dwayne's like trying to leave for work. I'm all the time like, no. And then the teacher's at the door and they're like both trying to, like, she's trying to pull me in and he's trying to pull me away. And like, I was so scared to go into this class, and like, everyone else just wanted to hang out and have fun. Like, I'm thinking I'm going to go in there and die.
Well, it's the same with almost anything. Like, I remember our parents used to try to put us in like camp, like kids camp.
Fuck, I hated
and,
that.
Oh man, me too. Like, all these other kids are enjoying it. I remember you and I are just like, Jesus fuck, like they're trying to do this again to us and blah, blah. Like, leaving us anywhere we didn't want to be or around anyone we didn't know or whatever was a big deal.
Yeah, I think I just, like, the way I perceived people was different. Like, I didn't think people were fun, and like, I don't know, I just wasn't excited to to play with other kids and have fun with them. I thought they were just going to try and hurt me most of the time or whatever, right? Because we did spend a lot of time at home fighting. I mean, I don't even know.
That's all we would do.
I remember times at home where I would have like a milk jug, like a full thing of milk, and you'd have a hockey stick, and we're like chasing each other around. I'm like, the hell is going on? Like, shit would get wild. So I was always looking over my back, expecting, I don't know, the worst to happen.
I was talking to Connor about it and like the whole living situation at Dwayne's when we were younger, and he described it as a war zone. Like when friends coming over, like, dude, it was always, you're always being attacked constantly. Even, I mean, most of it was in like a lot of it was like in a joking manner. Yeah. But like also when we were younger, we did not like each other. We fucking hated each other. We would just like run around and scream and beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
Blow shit up.
So that went on. Yeah. I mean, I think the only time we got along is when we were like collaboratively ruining something else. You know, like we weren't friends unless we were like, yeah, let's fucking light this thing on fire together. And like we would do that. But if it wasn't like destroying something, it was like destroying something else one of another had or whatever. Yeah. So that kind of went on through school and even like elementary school too. Like what was those sports day? Fuck, I hated sports day. Like I would just like, I don't want to play sports with these other kids and shit. Like it just sucked. And then going into high school, also, I guess the thing that was big for me too was diet. And from a young age, I ate nothing but sugar. I did eat a lot of fruit, but that's because it would have been sweet. But the sugar addiction, like that's the other thing, as long as I can remember, that's like all I wanted to eat ever. When we would go to our cabin in Osoyoos, we would do anything to find change. And there was a corner store close. We'd ride to the corner store. Every single day I'd eat like $1 or $2 bag worth of candy. And then even at home in Langley here, we had a corner store right at the end of the road. We would go there like daily. And then Krauseberry Farms opened up. So like when we got into high school, after high school, I would get off the bus. Well, at school, they had vending machines. So I'd eat like a couple chocolate bars and one of those chocolate milks. They had the milk to go machine. And then I would get off the bus it dropped us off at the corner store. I would get another chocolate bar and like probably another energy drink or some bullshit, go home, steal change from our dad had these ice cream buckets of like change under his nightstands in his room. We would sift through there and steal change and then ride our bikes to Krauseberry and get a milkshake. And then at night we would have milk and cookies or some sort of shit. So there was like, and this went on for like literally years. Like that's all I ate. And high school, it just progressively got worse due to like the freedom of being able to eat whatever the hell I wanted to. I think, and I mean,